Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Ashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
Dramatic surveillance video shows the suspect in a deadly shooting on board a SEPTA bus earlier this week. Police say the suspect and the victim got into a dispute Tuesday night. The suspect pulled out a gun and opened fire as he got off at 13th and Snyder. A 37-year-old man was killed. He was last seen getting on a southbound subway train on the Broad Street line.
Two individuals got into an argument on a SEPTA bus. This led to one of the young men being unalived.
Breaking news here tonight, another act of chaotic violence at a SEPTA bus stop. 8 teenagers shot late today, targeted as they waited to go home from school. Police say this latest act of violence unfolded right here just before 3 o'clock at Cotman and Rising Sun Avenues at Burr Home. We're told 3 gunmen jumped out of a car, unleashing dozens of bullets into a crowd of kids.
8:44 p.m. we have a group of juveniles waiting to get on the bus here behind me. We can see, based on some of the evidence we have so far, 2 individuals come up and they start firing. As a result of those shots being fired, multiple rounds were fired. We have 5 individuals who were shot. We have a 17-year-old who was killed at the bus, on the bus stop where the bus was located. We had 2 individuals inside the bus, a 50-year-old who was shot, who has a grazed wound or a wound to her lower left arm. We have a 70-year-old who was shot in the head. She is in stable condition.
Mayor, I just want to ask you about, you said everything under the law, or everything you're going to use to combat this. Stop and frisk. Is that something that you want to?
Is this the moment? Is this the moment in time to talk about that?
No, I was.
Literally, is this the moment in time? Like, we're talking about the work we need to do to deal with the issues we have. We have 11 children shot today. This is not about stop and frisk.
New details tonight and a deadly shooting at a brand new luxury apartment complex in Cobb County. We've been telling you about this story since yesterday. In just the last few hours, Marietta police tell us they have arrested Donovan Carter in this case. 11 Alive's Karis Belger is at police headquarters right now with the very latest information. Karis, police say this was premeditated.
Yes, in fact, just a few hours ago, Officer McPhillamy with the Marietta Police Department told me the suspect is a jaded ex who drove an hour across metro Atlanta just before the shooting.
This Bartow man is charged with killing his own child after his 4-month-old daughter was found with broken ribs, a skull fracture, and her brain was hemorrhaging from blunt force trauma. Detectives say it was all at the hands of this man, Jacob Kubai. Fox 13's Brianna Ardondo is in this one in our newsroom tonight. Brianna, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it absolutely is, Mark. Sheriff Grady Judd told us that he doesn't understand how someone could do something like this to a baby. And he says the suspect, Jacob Kubai, showed no remorse. We learned some horrific details about what happened to his daughter, and it is tough to hear.
Well, right now, the U.S. Postal Service is offering $250,000 in reward money for anyone who can help police arrest the person who shot and killed a mail carrier near Cleveland. Police say 33-year-old Jonte Davis was shot inside his U.S. Postal van by a shooter in a different vehicle yesterday afternoon in Warren. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died. Police say they think the suspect and victim knew each other. Here's what one witness says he saw.
The truck there, the post truck, hit the fence there, and a lady came up, and she was like, the guy got hit.
This is so sad that something like this can happen. And we were just sitting eating dinner together last night. We're having a ball and talking.
There's utter disbelief, anger, and grief on the streets of West Philadelphia once again. This time, family members are mourning the loss of 88-year-old great-grandfather Richard Butler. Investigators say someone shot him while he was inside his car on Dewey Street this afternoon.
This 4-year-old girl was beaten so badly, her eyes shut for months.
But I know my baby's going to be whole again.
2 years ago, TSR Investigates told you that her own father, a rising Atlanta rapper, was the one who police believe did it.
Her whole right side of her brain was damaged.
Alani Watts is now 6 years old, living proof that miracles do happen. This is what she looks like now. And the TSR roommates helped big time. When y'all got word, the donations poured in, raising $10,000.
Birding says he was driving past the house early Tuesday morning when he noticed someone moving in the back of his home. So he looped down the alleyway to check things out.
And when I came around, I could see more of him. Then I parked right there, and I got out the car, and he was happy with the generator, walking off that way. And then I walked up behind him, then I circled around him after I got his attention.
Birding says he had his gun drawn when he confronted the alleged burglar.
The possibility of him going violent at that time was pretty high. It's 4:30 in the morning, nobody around. You bold enough to break into my garage, my house, you bold enough to do anything.
It was when the man started easing his hands into his pockets that Birding says he fired his gun.
I shot him in the leg to make him stop, and then I made him lay on the ground till the police came.
But it doesn't stop there. Birding says when he got back from being questioned at the police station, he was being burglarized a second time. And according to police records, that man was arrested too.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul's plan is aimed at improving subway rider safety, adding 1,000 more personnel, including 750 National Guard troops, to help with patrols and random bag searches.
Anyone looking to do harm or spread fear on our subways, you will be caught.
This is war. Pick your size, know your stand. This is war, no telling how the story ends. This is violent, everybody get down. Stay out of the way.
Well, new here at 11, stung by a scorpion while sleeping at the Venetian Las Vegas. Well, that's what a man from California is claiming after staying at the property over the holiday season. Now, what a story this is. Michael Fargi of Agora Hills claims on December 26th, a scorpion stung his testicles, and he woke up in, quote, excruciating pain during his stay at the Venetian. He is now considering legal action. His lawyer shared these photos of the scorpion with our ABC affiliate in Los Angeles. Farchi and his lawyer also spoke with them about the incident.
John, who was married, said, well, sometimes you just need to see something different. Well, he did. He saw a different woman, but she was undercover. Then he got to see the jail. Well, since he's able to teach math, he can figure out that it didn't add up when he came to this time. We're going to the military now. He's a staff sergeant in the Air Force. And he said, well, he's done this before about 6 months ago. He doesn't learn very fast. I can't believe the Air Force would have a slow learner, but I guess they do. And then there's Jaden Hall. He's 19. He's scheduled to begin his Air Force training in May. And oh my goodness, he had a meltdown. This can't happen to me. This can't happen to me. I'm going into the Air Force. Well, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Who knows?
This morning, controversy near Orlando after a Florida private school expelled 2 children over a dispute with their mother. At issue, a sticker on Michelle Klein's car promoting her OnlyFans page.
It's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure. My husband and I have this, little wild, behind closed doors lifestyle that we've now decided to share.
OnlyFans is an online platform often used by adult content creators to monetize photos and videos. Other parents at Liberty Christian Preparatory School are not fans of promoting that site.
That's a distraction to my children, and no matter how poorly or how good I parent, porn is there.
At first, the school asked Klein not to bring the car on campus unless the decal was removed and urged her to drop her kids off across the street.
I was forced to have to, take it off or not come on campus.
And then the school sent a letter saying your family's enrollment with LCPS is terminated effective immediately, accusing Klein of promoting a pornographic website, but still offering the possibility to re-enroll her kids if she removes the sticker.
Google fired its entire YouTube Music team while the employees were in the middle of testifying before the Austin City Council. A group of less than 50 employees were testifying about their unionization efforts when they were informed of their sudden termination.
They just laid us all off.
Oh.
Yeah, they just laid us all off.
We just all
Our jobs are ended today, effective immediately.
Last year, the YouTube Music team voted to unionize under the Alphabet Workers Union, seeking better pay, benefits, and a flexible return to office policy. However, Google refused to negotiate, arguing that because the employees are contractors, their contractor Cognizant is responsible for bargaining. But the National Labor Relations Board ruled that Google and Cognizant are joint employers of the YouTube Music team. And the NLRB said that Google's refusal to bargain with the YouTube Music workers is illegal. Still, in a statement to spokesperson for Google claims the Austin-based workers are not Google employees, saying Cognizant is responsible for them. Google also denied that it fired the workers, saying this was a routine end of contract that was agreed on with Cognizant. But the workers say the termination was a surprise, and many feel as if they could lose their homes due to the sudden and unexpected layoff.
Well, in breaking news, we saw coming. Influencer Meatball headed to trial after being arrested while live streaming her activities. Now, listen, y'all can read at your leisure, but let's just get into it. Didn't know she was an online influencer, but shout out to Deja Blackwell. However, Deja Blackwell, 22, better known to her fans as Meatball, will be held for court on charges following her September 26th arrest after she shared online videos that showed her walking with crowds as they looted stores in different parts of the city.
So I'm down in Miami there. Bro, I'm sitting there one day on radio, and the whole thing is about your goddamn house being on fire. Bro, what the hell happened?
Bro, I was at practice when it happened. Crazy. First of all, I just want to say, Rick Ross, bro, I can't vibe with you now, bro. I can't with you no more, bro. Oh, my grandparents calling. Hello? Rick Ross, man. Like, you ain't even come over. You had the audacity to talk to a fireman instead of come text. You got my number, bro. You get on Twitter, posting me all over Twitter. Like, after what me and my family went through. You supposed to be the neighbor, the neighborhood hero.
I want you to carry this on the road for me. And don't take no time from nobody. Just do what me tell you for those scenes time. And make sure that everything work according to how man say anything for work. See? Take back yourself and bring back yourself in a one piece. Make sure you read. Hear me? Lord of mercy. Hey, Lord of his mercy. Lord of mercy. Driver. Don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona round an Albemarle. Driver. Don't even itch. Collect a little food there and come back quick. Driver.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about it. Rick Ross, the biggest boss, is out here breaking up with his woman after just 6 months. My man was dropping bags on her, taking her on vacation, making her feel like she's the one. Turns out she was only the one for 6 months.
Ja Rule UK tour is cancelled. And did Maya talking had anything to do with it? Ja Rule has not been granted an entry into the UK amid his UK tour opening this weekend. Looks like no more. A tour organized with Maya, Lloyd, and Carrie Hilson is allegedly cancelled after Ja Rule has been refused entry to the country based on his criminal record, past convictions, and current tax evasion case. Coincidentally, just recently Maya has been talking about how her career has been blocked in light of past relationship between her and Jay-Z. Neither is Carrie a fan of Carter's family having a long-term feud with Beyonce. What a coincidence.
I think the institution of church is whack. I think how church is ran is whack.
Everybody who's in the industry know what I'm talking about. And I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just not willing to do certain things. That's all. It ain't about money to me. It ain't about making the money to me. Sick of that, too.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Pastor Mike Jr. here. At a certain point, you have to stop
and speak truth to power. This morning, I heard an interview from Ty Tribbett on The Breakfast Club, and I get what he was trying to say, but he made a statement that was very irresponsible on the wrong platform. He said the church is whack. How can you go on a national platform and totally throw under the bus the very institution that made you who you are? You, sir, had an opportunity to shine God's light, to push people back into the place of healing, but instead you wanted to feel cool. You could have been a light. You could have told people, man, falling in love with God was the best thing I've ever done, and I found the right church. Go find the right church. You don't know who's going to take that statement and walk away from a church that could have really impacted their lives. My church isn't perfect. There is no perfect church. Just like there's no perfect restaurant, there's no perfect radio show. Everybody falls short. I literally met you in church. Meeting you changed my life forever. The church is not whack. The church is alive and well. Across all denominations, we're seeing a hunger for God like never before. I don't know about you, but if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for the church, I wouldn't be here. The devil thought he had me, but I got away.
Who else could it be?
It was, of course, a supreme disappointment. Gobsmacked. Where Angela Bassett's face became like all over the internet. Disappointment is human. So I thought, yes, I was disappointed, and I handled it like a human being.
Now, I'm sure we all know by now why LeBron is trending. At last night's game, he was caught with 2 white women, and nobody's holding back their comments. Antonio Brown had this to say.
Good morning, happy Monday. So listen, let's look at this for a second. Y'all ain't scared. Girl in the comment even said, y'all aren't scared? Like, this is crazy to me. Y'all make Chris Brown look like he's such a monster, but when we're really thinking about it, Trey Songz is legit a predator. He weaponizes women and has been doing it for years. All of these allegations coming out, y'all think these coming out for no reason? Like, let's be for real.
And I want to apologize to my fans, to myself, and to people that love me for, losing myself. You know what I'm saying? Losing myself and just losing myself and not being myself because of negative things that like put me in a wall. Like, and I wanna apologize if you ever felt that like I wasn't giving my all because of thing. But you know, I'm just a fucking human, bitch. I'm trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking trying. Like, trust me. You're talking about money and...
Well, here's what I will say. That whatever was said is not for me.
Yeah.
Whatever was said opened up a womb in my daughter that we're arguing about right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had much in my life, but the love of my children I've always had.
Mm-hmm.
And something jeopardizes that, I can never forgive you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Before it happened, I knew it was happening because my daughter called me and like, this is gonna happen. And she's in therapy and crying because she knew that people were gonna automatically know about what had happened to her before and I'll never forgive you for that.
Mm-hmm.
That now I'm in a compromised situation where I'm with something I genuinely love. I ain't loved a lot. I love my children.
Mm-hmm.
And to feel like I couldn't protect them and that plays out over and over again, it's something I won't forgive you for. I won't.
So you talked about it, I wasn't going to bring it up, but since we're there. So she brings up your daughter having gone through a very personal experience where she was victimized.
My daughter's so angry with me, she hasn't spoken to me in weeks.
Still from that?
Yep.
But it wasn't you that brought that.
Doesn't make a difference. When somebody's gone through something, they don't want.
It's their trigger.
And then when they're triggered, what do you do?
Yeah.
But you went on, what is it, Jason Lee?
Yes.
You went on Jason Lee's show, and you wanted to share what?
That I am the cause of the rift between you and your daughter. D.L. Hughley, because you're too afraid to sit down with us, as we've said repeatedly, hey, brother, let's have a conversation, and let's do it publicly, because our community could really heal on how we can resolve this. But you keep running, and then you keep running your mouth. And After we spoke on you last time, I was like, okay, cool. But when I watched you sit there with Jason Lee and you said, Monique is the reason I have a rift with my daughter, you're the reason you have a rift with your daughter, DL. Stop trying to run away from the fact that you did not protect your baby. And let me be clear with you about something. I'm fighting for your daughter. Because I was that daughter too, that had a daddy that did not protect me when I told him I was molested. So I know what that baby's sitting in, and I know what she's dealing with. And though she's a grown woman, I know the trauma that brings. And this ain't no shit that I brought to the table. You did in what you posted. What you posted. I'm getting so sick of you not taking accountability or responsibility for your words, brother. Never would I try to hurt your family, your wife, your daughter. That's not even in me.
Because she never said anything about them. She only spoke about you.
I spoke about you, but it shows too the lack of manhood that you have to try to put it off on your wife and your daughter. That's the lack of man. And then I'm getting sick of you making these comments about who's daddy's daddy. And as if I'm with a gay man. I'm tired of that, DL, because here's the one question I would ask you, brother. When you say who's daddy's daddy, who the hell is the friend? What kind of relationship did you and this man have that you would not protect your daughter? Maybe that's why your daughter's having a problem with you, because the reality is setting in that you loved a man and you don't want to inconvenience your relationship with this man. So when you get...
Was it a man?
I'm sorry. You're right, Daddy. He said his friend. So we don't know.
He brought up the white comics. Dave Chappelle, I would like to ask you, why are you always in business with drag queens and gay comics? Most of the men around you that you have on the road opening up or whatever, some of them be, I know why Earthquake got a special. I know why Paul Mooney was on your show. Homie, I'm in these comedy streets. I know what's happening. Why you ain't talk about that? I like to have men on the Backdoria side around me. Why y'all don't never talk about that? See, that's why Corey Holcomb ain't no Hollywood superstar, because y'all like to hide who you are.
Mild sauce, my nigga, mild. M-I-L-D. You ketchup. You ain't have sauce. Nobody agree? So I'm wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. I'm talking about, but we at the, what is this called? This is the Laugh Factory. We was at the Savoy, you wouldn't be able to be up here that long. Get your whole ass down, man.
I came up in the hardest rooms in Brooklyn.
And you ain't
never with them rooms.
You just yelling.
Because I don't have a mic. I can talk to you straight up. You want to talk about it? You saying I'm mild, you saying I ain't come through the streets or the gutters, is straight bull. And if you want to ask somebody, ask the mother that you know what I do. Okay, all right. Listen. Let's be fair. Fair conversation. No. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. You say you keep it 100. Know how I get there. 32. I rip.
You rip lights?
I rip. You ask anybody ever see me ball. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
I don't say you.
No, you trying to say I'm a bum. I ain't no bum.
No, I didn't say
and that saw.
Your is mild. It's mild.
You know what? You know what you're doing now? You're a provocateur. You know how to incite people. Ain't nothing mild about my.
People look at you.
Ain't nothing.
If you was at the mall, they'll put you out with your hot dog.
And guess what? You can say what you want to say. You calling me a mild comic is totally off.
So you're a strong guy.
I'm a beast.
That's right.
My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. Those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue about the power of women, but they found out. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I've been working nonstop to establish an immediate ceasefire that would last for 6 weeks to get all the prisoners released. And thanks to our bipartisan infrastructure law, 46,000 new projects have been announced all across your communities. And by the way, I noticed some of you strongly voted against it, or they're cheering on that money coming in. The issue facing our nation isn't how old we are. It's how old are our ideas? Hate, anger, revenge, retribution are the oldest of ideas. But you can't lead America with ancient ideas. It'll only take us back.
Okay, Trump 24 or before. What does that mean to you?
He's already president. He's already president. He's our president.
Meaning Donald Trump is president now.
He's president now. I believe he is.
But how would that work? Because Joe Biden has been the president, right?
Obama's been the president. Obama said that he would like to run a third term if he could sit in his basement and call the shots, and that's exactly what he's doing.
But you just said that it's Obama's third term, but also that Trump is president.
He's calling the shots of all this mess that's going on right now and all the disasters that he's caused. Yeah.
But how is Obama calling the shots if Trump is still president?
Obama is sitting back and telling Biden what to do.
Well, what is Biden if he's not the president?
He's a bumbling fool right now.
But why would it matter if Obama was telling Biden what to do if Biden's not president?
Say that again.
Why would it matter if Obama was telling Biden what to do if Biden wasn't president?
U.S. senators once again make themselves look like clowns at a hearing with TikTok CEO Shou Chew. At a hearing that was supposed to discuss child safety, U.S. Senator Tom Cotton's only interest is to spew anti-China and anti-communism hate, despite Shou Chew is a Singaporean. Look how many times Shou Chew has to remind him that he's Singaporean.
You said today, as you often say, that you live in Singapore. Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in Singapore.
Do you have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
Your wife is an American citizen. Your children are American citizens.
That's correct.
Have you ever applied for American citizenship?
No, not yet.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm
Okay.
Singaporean.
That's an interrogation, and Tom Cotton is not interested in hearing Shou Chew's answer. He's just using this opportunity to play his anti-China card. With ignorant politicians like him in the United States, no wonder the Asian hate is rising.
Can we give a big shout out to Texans? Democrats in Texas said, you know what? We keeping Jasmine Crockett. And the Republicans there said that she's so damn good that they won't even challenge her. With that being said, this beautiful sister, she ain't going anywhere.
And Brett, just moments ago, Fox News was able to confirm that Donald Trump's new leadership team over at the RNC began cutting dozens of staffers from their positions. It appears a major shakeup now underway at the RNC following Laura Trump's recent ascension to RNC co-chair.
Well, look at here. Look at here. Now, Putin has a law that would cause you to get prison time, right? Up to 12 years. If you support LGBTQIA plus P movements, all right? That stuff is outlawed, you understand, in Russia. Now, while Russians are not Americans, what could you say for sure about Russians? They're definitely Caucasians. Now here, on the flip side, you got Ghana's parliament saying that if you support that type of stuff with the anti-LGBTQIA plus P law, that you can get imprisoned as well. So not only are Caucasians saying one thing about homosexuality, but Africans are saying something about homosexuality. The only people that's okay with it are Americans.
The current presidential administration is proposing a rule to limit credit card late fees, and big banks have a stupid excuse to keep them going. Let me explain. You're listening to a dude who got screwed by Chase on a late fee just recently. So what the Biden administration wants to do is cap it at $8 per month per missed credit card payment. Depending on who you bank with, the late fees can range from anywhere from $15 all the way up to $41 for a missed payment. Cue the people that always complain about, oh, people should take personal responsibility. Yes, you should totally be responsible when taking out credit cards and making sure you pay on time. But let's be honest, life happens sometimes. But Jody Cowley, one of the lobbyists for a bank lobbying group, has the dumbest excuse why late fees should still be high. She says by almost eliminating the fee, it could increase the number of late payments, which harms the creditworthiness of the customer.
Mr. Speaker, I'm from Motown, where our music has changed the world in so many incredible ways forever. But artists in my district and across our country are struggling to make ends meet in an industry where the money just keeps going to executives and shareholders. It would take more than 800,000 streams per month to make equivalent of $15 an hour. In the vast majority of our artists are on platforms like Apple Music, Spotify. And one of the things that, even for them, they never ever get to 800,000 streams in a year. This is a big deal. Streaming now represents 84% of recorded music industry's revenue in the United States. But most of the artists who bring joy to our lives and culture aren't seeing any of it. The Living Wage for Musicians Act, which I introduced for Representative Bowman, would change that by creating a new fund that aims to pay artists at least 1 penny per stream. The bill will completely reform the music industry, supporting much more diverse set of artists, enabling more recording and touring, and sending a ripple effect throughout local economies by supporting professionals throughout the music industry. I truly encourage my colleagues to learn more about this, co-sponsor the bill, and help change artists' lives forever.
Well, I'll never forget, my wife was a registered nurse in the early 1990s. I was cut. I didn't have a job, and she was paying all the bills. She was paying all the bills, and she was taking great care of me. I had my workouts going, but I didn't have an NBA team. The Denver Nuggets had cut me. It was between the Nuggets and the Spurs, and another times it was between the Spurs and when I signed with the Rockets, but my wife was paying all the bills. She was the breadwinner because I was on an unguaranteed contract. And I'll never forget, I went in this cafeteria, and my wife gave me $4. But when I went in the cafeteria, my wife gave me $4. She said, hey, go treat yourself to some lunch. And I went in there, and the bill came to $4.78 because I didn't account for the iced tea. But fortunately, at Cleveland's Cafeteria in Houston, Texas, on Buffalo Speedway, or near Buffalo Speedway, the guy gave me that free iced tea. So thanks to the guy that gave me that free iced tea and my wife, in between my job, they gave me those $4. But I sure made up for it for all those shoes I've been buying.
How you doing today, man?
What's up, family?
I want to know, have you seen Glorilla shoot her shot at you?
Man, shout out to Glorilla, man.
Shout out to Glorilla. Have you reached out to her at all? Have you spoken to her since, or no?
No comment, my brother.
No comment.
Mom, if you watching this right now, your son just wants to tell you how proud he is of you. You had me at a young age, and you overcame a lot of adversity. People were doubting you, people were counting you out. And honestly, Mom, like I always tell you, you raised a star. So zoom in right here, zoom in. Y'all right there. I just want to say, Tamala Arnold, I love you. I mean, I'm right here, the whole world is watching, and I'm blessed to have you as a mom. Like I said, you overcame a lot, and with that being said, I'm gonna continue to keep shining, just how you raised me to be. I'll never forget where I came from. Tallahassee, Florida, it's a hard place to make it out of, and everybody watching this back at home, I hope you're proud of me, because I gave it my all. Y'all tune in to Pro Day, because it's gonna be a show. Like I said, right here, the Combine, I had to come out here and compete, but this was just a warm-up. I was kind of getting my feet wet.
The Lakers are reportedly willing to draft Bronny James to keep LeBron in Los Angeles for next season. Damn, I feel bad for LeBron Jr. He literally only getting picked so they can keep his dad. They all know that boy need to just stay in college and keep hooping.
I know 21 may not be old to some people, but this is how I know I'm getting old. This is the son of Rajon Rondo Jr. Y'all remember when he was in the bubble drinking some champagne with his dad, courtside sitting down? And look at this dude, he is 12 years old. Look how tall he is. He playing ball, he hooping. Rajon Rondo Jr. is only 12 years old, which means he's not even in high school yet, not even close to being in high school. You can just look at his game right now and how polished it is that he and his pops be in the gym getting in that work. Keep that Ja Morant hezzy cross dribble, get downhill, dying with the left hand to the big. That's nice. It's crazy because I'm only 21, but I remember when Rondo was a rookie and a sophomore in the NBA playing for the Celtics and how good he was when he was a Jet. I had to see that his son, who was just sitting at the bubble championship on the floor with his pops drinking some champagne, he is now living out his dream. I think it's a very bright future for Rajon Rondo Jr. I just hope a lot of people don't get the pressure in this young man because his dad is Ray John Rondo.
That's my Skrilla?
Wow, Slice works
My
quick.
Fetty Eddie?
You ain't saying nothing to me, brother.
Hey, a man of his word. Hand up on his birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday. Was this a birthday present from somebody?
I owe the man some
Need
money.
that Skrilla. I'll come down and get it if I need to.
No. There you go. Slide that
Oh,
down,
man,
too.
I love this dude.
I don't know how to count. One.
I do.
feel
Come
like
on,
counting,
send it my way.
I would say, well, that's 60 bands.
Yeah.
You know what? Just give him 100. Here's 100 bands total.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give
Candace
him
took
some
a Candace tax.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
There you go. Man, all because of the Suns, huh?
Yeah.
Zoom in on that.
Hold on.
Zoom in on that. Zoom in on that.
I didn't
Zoom
say.
in on that. That's ridiculous.
Hey,
Look at that. Look at that.
I didn't say $1 million
What
real
the?
dollars. I said $1 million. Listen to the fine print. I said $1 million.
Take this damn
I said $1
counterfeit.
million. I said $1 million, not $1 million real
Hypocrite.
dollars. $1 million.
First off, the Philadelphia 76ers announced they will host a sculpture unveiling ceremony honoring the one and only Allen Iverson this April. The sculpture will reside at the Sixers training complex in Camden, New Jersey.
Cardoso for three. Banks it in! A miracle for the Gamecocks!
Controversy on the court. Trayvon Milton, who's the brother of LSU guard Flau'jae Johnson, was actually arrested this morning. He was arrested in connection to that fight that took place on the court between USC and LSU players at that championship game. Now, a foul in the fourth quarter escalated into a brawl. We've seen this video circulating on social media. Milton allegedly stepped over a woman at the scorer's table to get onto the court during the controversy. Now, other spectators also jumped in during this. Milton was charged with assault and battery in the third degree and disorderly conduct.
I won't forget the Eagles' Christmas party in 2014 and heading out afterwards with a bunch of my teammates to Buffalo Billiards, where my life would change forever. That night, I'd meet my future wife. I still remember the moment she walked through the door. The first instance is burned in my retina. It was like she glided through the opening, an aura around her. Then she started talking. And I thought, man, is this what love feels like? She was beautiful and smart, serious yet playful. I knew it right away. I think it's no coincidence I have enjoyed my best years of my career with Kylie by my side. Every accolade I have ever received has come with her in my life. She has brought the best out of me through love, devotion, support, honesty, intelligence, and of course, the swift kick in the ass from time to time. She has also given me 3 beautiful girls and a life that increasingly brings me more fulfillment off the field than it does on. We've had a great run, Kai.
The Steelers just signed this 9-time Pro Bowler the league minimum of $1.2 million. Now, how the heck did this happen? And more importantly, why would Russell Wilson, a player who's made the 4th most money in NFL history, agree to this? It's because of offsets. The Broncos cut Russ on March 4th, but they still owed him money, $39 million to be exact. And when a team cuts a player and still owes them money, the amount that player signs for is subtracted from the amount that the original team who cut them has to pay. So in Russ's case, he did the Steelers a solid by signing for the minimum of $1.2 million. But that means the Broncos owe him $37.79 million in the 2024 season. So to Russ, this is a winning situation because he has the cash security coming in from the Broncos, and he has the opportunity to earn the starting QB spot on the Steelers, and an even better opportunity to make the playoffs with the Steelers, which would mean an even bigger payday for Russ.
2024 Micro Fullcast Roll Call. As always, Little Miss.
The know me, Nate the know.
Adrian the Giant. I'm Olivia. Pinky Shortcake.
You know, Psycho. Ben Urkel. Micro Suave. Knee High.
Disco Down, baby. Carolina Reaver.
It's your boy Hot Rod. Jamaican Joe.
Hot Lana.
Ivor the Micro.
Jay Amazing.
Little Ozzy.
Baby Jesus. Little X.
Little Show, the GOAT. Zach Presley.
KOE, Michael Jackson. La más hermosa, la little chola.
Micro Target, meow. Surprise! Micro Rocker's back, baby!
What up, y'all?
They call her the GWOAT for a reason. Back in the smart cage. She's not here because she needs to pay the bills. She's here because she wants to challenge herself after running through the competition in boxing. She's not just here to participate. Nasty right hand, and now Claressa Shields is swinging away. Claressa Shields refusing to tap.
There's a lot of people, and most people, in fact, would have found a way out in that armbar. She found a way to stay in to this fight.
Claressa Shields again, the right hand.
The sand is taking him, boy.
Here's a flurry. Referee looking closely. Carrie Hatley.
Claressa looks really, really strong. Really strong.
Claressa Shields!
And I've been so respectful of the sport, and I put in a lot of hard work for this. And I'm just going to go back to the gym and work harder.
Claressa, she had an amazing fight there. She just showed that there's a lot of transitioning happening from boxing to MMA.
This is great to build off of. And I was in there sprawling and brawling, getting out of arm bars. I'm not going to lie to you, her arm bar was very deep, but she was going to have to break it.
Happy birthday to you.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La Ho.
Nah, I can't lie. This is actually insane. 39-year-old Drea. If y'all don't know Drea, Housewives Drea, go do your research. Now, don't get me wrong. She's fire. But that's not the point. She's now pregnant with 22-year-old Jalen Green's child. Lord have mercy if this, you know what? Now I can come on here and spit the obvious and say if this was the other way around, the whole internet would be in an uproar, but what the fuck is that gonna do? But just for context, to let y'all know how crazy this shit is, she's the same age as his mother. When she was getting dressed for her high school prom, he wasn't even thought about yet.
So I was scrolling over on YouTube and I saw that Jacquees posted that he's about to be a dad. Did not recognize his wife. So I'm like, who is she? And I made the note to go to his Instagram, but I just never got to. Come to find out, it's Deion Sanders' daughter. Deion Sanders' daughter. That's so, I don't know. She posted on Instagram announcing the news, saying that over the last month, a lot had happened and that she is having a baby. For all the time she was told she wasn't able to. She had gone through 4 myomectomy surgeries to have a baby. And as I read the caption, I'm like, wait, what happened? Turns out Jacquees' ass admitting to being in contact with his ex. Like, oh my God. But DeAndre emphasized that her keeping their baby wasn't about keeping a man, but rather her having the chance to have a child after being told that she wouldn't be able to carry a child to term. Listen, these babies don't get to choose what world they come into or what environment, but it's clear that that baby has a mama that loves him or her so much. Congratulations to Deandra, and I wish a healthy rest of her pregnancy and a healthy delivery.
And congratulations, Ashanti's having a baby, so congratulations, Grandma.
There's been no
announcement. It hasn't come out yet, but, you know, until I hear it from Ashanti and them.
Oh, I thought it was public. My bad. Sorry.
No, it is public.
Oh, okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay.
But it hasn't been officially announced.
Oh,
Until
okay.
it is.
Okay, let's stick to Tina Douglas and the momager.
That's correct.
Jonathan Majors and Megan Good say they are in love and doing great during a red carpet interview. It looks like the two are happier than ever as they stepped out during the 7th annual African American Film Critics Association luncheon. During an interview with Extra, the two professed their love for each other. Check it out.
How are you guys doing? Doing okay?
In love.
We're doing
that was
great.
my answer. Yeah. We're doing good.
Great.
We're doing
That's
good.
good.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I feel like within the past few weeks, we've kind of been lacking on the celeb couple news, but wow, I saw these pictures and I said, what? So Lupita Nyong'o is on vacation celebrating her birthday with her boyfriend, Joshua Jackson. I believe E! News is the news outlet that broke the story. Like, okay, I see y'all. E! News reports Joshua Jackson and Lupita Nyong'o don't want to wait any longer to make their romance official. Nearly 5 months after sparking romance rumors, the Dawson's Creek alum and the Black Panther star looked all loved up during Lupita's birthday weekend in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Thank you for being my real life superhero. Yes! Thank you.
Y'all, the internet is talking, and allegedly Drake took Lotto's little sister Brooklyn Nicole on a date. Mind you, Drake is 37 years old and Brooklyn Nicole is 21 years old.
Thank you.
There he was standing right there in the kitchen.
Half naked.
Right.
Can you imagine? That girl just 12 years old, and it turns out the stranger in her room at 7 o'clock Sunday morning was a next-door neighbor. The child's family just moved to a house near Homeview Drive in Montana Avenue 2 weeks ago.
She was really smart. Like, she hid under the cover, turned her light down, turned her volume down on her phone to text me, and then when she peeked under the cover to see where he was at, and she got up and she ran away.
He has a long history of convictions for drugs, trespassing, and fleeing police. But most disturbing, a guilty plea in 2001 for sexual misconduct. Court records say he got a 15-year-old girl pregnant.
He got undressed in my daughter's room. Like, what was your intentions?
Told him get out, and he didn't want to move.
Right.
And he growled at me, and he ended up getting 6 shots. Period.
I'm here to help get you out of your sassy girl era. But before that, I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? Okay. Take over bars battle. If you rap about my bro, I'ma slap this shit out you. Since you rapped about my wife, I'ma slap this shit out you. Since I'm feeling pissed, I'ma slap the piss out you. Heard he got that dog in him, I'ma slap the bitch out you. You went to Westchester. That's good shit. You doing documentaries. You on your Save the Hood shit. You ain't gripping Glocks, you spinning blocks, boy, this chum dead. Y'all man's got the ram, but you ain't trying to bump heads. Every time this nigga touch a mic, he acting usual. Lying in his verses, talking about some shit he wouldn't do. Whoever said you fire, little homie, I swear they fooling you. I'ma tell the truth to you. You really ass in the streets saying great bitch. Your sister pre-law. I can guarantee that Craig snitch. He put a bunch of rappers on his gram thinking Craig sick. Philip Markoff, they found a killer writing Craigslist. I don't wanna hear no Craig raps. I'm here giving Craig facts. I promise you that Craig whack. Please don't bring Craig back. So is it Craig Johnson, Craig Bill, or Craig Jack? For acting bad boy, I'ma hit Craig with a Mac. I am who I am. I ain't gotta say what's up with me. Luckily for you, I look like losing to this bitch. Kiviano, I don't wanna battle these women. Nigga, you do. I ain't never lying no burst. Nigga, you do. I never popped a perk in my life. Nigga, you do. I don't look like 3 in the morning. Nigga, you do. Last time you was here with dirty dreads looking basic. Going back and forth with women. You was sassy and debating. You should've let those girls do your hair. I spoke at to some black lawyers who were graduating from law school, and I told them I failed you. And they said, why? I said, because I can't afford to hire you. Black people are the only people that send their brightest and their best to white colleges and white people. We talk about the football players and the black basketball players for dating white women, where you sent them to white colleges and made them be around all white people anyway. The problem is that most black people want to be white in the first place and won't admit it.
They don't want to stay around black people when they get their money. They don't want to go to HBCUs. I don't think HBCUs should be a choice. I think that should be the only option that you have. Unless you're trying to go and get something and bring it back to the community.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with forced feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you.
Tyler Perry said, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? He has come back with a new upcoming film called Joy Ridge, starring Shannon and Tosin. Again, this is an Amazon MGM Studios film that has already wrapped. Okay, buckle up.
Capturing the ride, Harriet the spy. Don't take a look inside that book. It's Banned Book Rainbow. I can't read anything. Don't take a look inside that book. It's Banned Book Rainbow.
Hi, and welcome to Banned Book Rainbow, where we talk about books that have been banned by adults who don't want kids to learn or grow or change and have totally lost their sense of wonder. Sound like fun? Yeah! All right. Why do you think adults are so afraid of books for children? Bronson.
Maybe because they don't want their kids to learn and be successful when they're older.
Good answer. Braden.
They don't want their kids to be smarter than them because they want to have more power.
He's speaking the truth, though.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. If you were the governor, what would you ban?
Racism and anti-diversity.
That's a very good ban. Paisley, how about you?
I'll ban barbers.
You would ban barbers? Why?
Because after cutting their hair, you could get their DNA, and that's weird.
That is probably the best answer I've heard.
What?
Think about it. Inappropriate use of DNA, y'all. Now, it's time to play our favorite game, Why Did They Ban This Book? Harriet the Spy. Why would anyone want to ban Harriet the Spy? Because it encourages spying.
What? What's...
Charlotte's Web, because talking pigs is disrespectful to God.
What?
Exactly. Stella Brings the Family, gay dads. And Tango Makes 3, gay penguins. And this one, Stella Read Me a Story, the last name of the author is literally the word gay.
What?
For real?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Just because of the last name?
Just because of...
dead serious?
Mary Louise isn't even gay. She's married to a guy named David.
So there's no reason to ban it.
So, right about now, you're probably wondering how a book actually gets banned. Who's ready for a field trip?
Me!
Okay, hold on tight.
We don't read any of that filth, okay? In my house, we only read Reader's Digest magazines from the 1980s because that's when America was good.
This is a school board meeting where the banned book sausage gets made. You see, when two people love each other, they make a baby. They put that baby in school, and then they come to meetings like this to yell about how books brainwash their kids into joining the woke hive mind. That's insane.
Do you people know what the Chronicles of Narnia is even about? It's about a group of kids who go into a closet and then come out of the closet as gay.
Can we leave?
So, what have we learned?
That pigs are spies and penguins are gay?
Exactly. Hey, before we go, I'd love to read an excerpt from the one book that will never be banned in America. It's called Menu by The Cheesecake Factory. Chicken strips. Warm crab dip.
Hey, this guy's reading about a chicken that strips.
I said chicken strips.
Not in front of my kid, baby eater. Come here. We're leaving.
You're not my mom.
It's Bad Book Rainbow.
Brought to you by The Cheesecake Factory. Our menu now available as an audiobook.
Thanks to LeVar Burton and the folks at the Cheesecake Factory.
I was gay happy. I was like Meek Mill. Guys, it was... I'll be honest with you, I don't think Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay. But he is incredibly bad at proving he's straight. He is maybe the worst in history at doing that. When someone accuses you of being gay, you don't get on Twitter and go, I love pussy so much, it's so juicy and wet, it's my favorite thing to put my dick in. I just put my dick in and it squeezes my dick and it's so juicy and it's so wet. He was like, I even had sex with a girl on her period. That's how you know I love women. He tweeted that and I was like, oh, he thinks that's disgusting. And you know who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Nah, but shout out Meek, bro. Shout out Meek, man. He's done a lot of amazing things with prison reform, right? Getting all them gay dudes out so he can suck their dicks properly. A bunch of fine-ass motherfuckers in jail. We need them on the street so I can bust them cheeks. Hop on the back of his dirt bike or the front, whatever, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome on lead vocals, Dave Chappelle's gonna come up and sing a song with us.
Let's see how quick that was. Oh, wow. Wow. See, cat, we could all run, okay? You run from the cops, I run from immigration. We could all run, nigga, okay? Leprechaun, nigga.
My mom is living with HIV. Of course I know what HIV is.
Mother of a daughter living with HIV. Of course she drinks after me.
I'm a woman living with HIV. Of course, I talk to my family about getting tested every single day.
I'm the mother of a daughter living with HIV. Of course I'm going to support her in everything she does.
My mom lives with HIV. Of course I love her no matter what.
We are women affected by HIV and AIDS. Happy National
Women and
Girls
HIV Awareness Day.
Did this black man named Charles Page, who was born enslaved, invent and patent the first airplane before the Wright brothers? Well, if he did, then what happened to it? You ain't gonna believe this, y'all.
The way the family tells this story, the idea started with a dragonfly.
The
story goes that he would watch those things in flight for hours at a time, and I assume that is where he got his inspiration to build an airship.
Joseph Page is talking about his grandfather, Charles Page, a farmer and timberman in Pineville, Louisiana. Granddaughter Katie Page Williams heard the same story.
At an early age, I was told that he had this invention, the airship or airplane.
The year was 1903, when Charles Page turned his inspiration from a flying insect into an airship. It was about the same time that the Wright brothers were taking flight with their airplane. Page got a patent for his airship in 1906, before the Wright brothers. But Page's story takes an unusual turn. He planned to enter his airship in a competition for a $100,000 prize at the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis.
He took his life savings. He built a working model, tested it at his home in Pineville, and then shipped it off by train to St. Louis, Missouri, where he was going to fly the airplane in St. Louis, Missouri, and then become a chapter in all of our history books.
But the aircraft never arrived at the World's Fair.
His plane was destroyed or stolen, possibly due to the fact he was an African American.
The remote control that I use I cannot really see the airplane when it's in the air to bring it back, and the battery that I have is not really good, because when the airplane is in the air, in my low, the battery might get down and the airplane will fall down, so I cannot really bring it back.
What you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? Judgment comes for you, 'cause it's coming for you.
B, C, D, E, F, G, H, hello. The Sign 10 gloves have flex sensors stitched onto each finger. The gloves are paired to a mobile phone application via Bluetooth, which vocalizes the letters. Users can set the language gender, and pitch of the vocalization through the app, with accuracy results averaging 93%.
The Ward Moving and Storage Company, founded in 1881 by John T. Ward and his son, William H. Ward, is the oldest African-American owned business in the U.S. Beginning in Columbus, Ohio, it provided moving and storage services amid racial challenges. Despite the Jim Crow era, the Ward family persevered, expanding the business to include transportation and real estate.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm
Look at that picture. So many of us, like I said, either grew up with it, we learned about you in history. Tell me what you remember about that day.
Oh my God. You know, I had already gone to school, so I thought I knew what to expect until that day. But living in a city like New Orleans and, you know, going through Mardi Gras every year, I actually thought it was Mardi Gras that day.
What, because it was the activity?
The crowds, they were screaming and yelling and throwing things. And my parents never explained to me what I was about to venture into.
Hey man, you gotta get some clothes on or something. Man, here, get this one. Get that one. She like she got something going on with her life or some shit. She got babies with her, she a nurse. Get that one. Get that one up. Yeah, get that one.
Sit on that throne, queen. Know you got that goddess energy. It's in your soul, queen. Manifesting your reality. Say these words with me.
Mattel is adding some famous faces, this is what Mattel does, to its role model collection. So the new Barbies include Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award winners. Step up, Viola Davis. There she is. I love this. Oscar, Emmy, and Tony winner, that's the lovely Dame Helen Mirren, along with singer Shania Twain, of course, and Kylie Minogue.
That's so
Isn't that
cool.
nice? Now, Mattel is doing this to mark International Women's Day, they say. It's Barbie's 65th birthday on Saturday, and by introducing 8 new dolls, the company says the dolls are meant to introduce girls to remarkable women and the idea that you can be anything. These Barbies, by the way, are not for sale.
Oh, come on. No, they're not for sale.
No, they're not for sale. They're one of a kind, given to each of the women that are honored.
What was one of the biggest highlights of my life, and to be real, one of the biggest challenges too, cannot compare to the biggest joy of my life. And that was becoming a mom to my perfect little angel, Halo. These lessons, some hard, that I've shared with you today, led me to a place of protection. There was no way in hell I was gonna share the biggest joy of my world with anyone. Halo was my gift. He is the greatest blessing. And I had no obligation to expose him, me, or my family to that unyielding spotlight.
Enjoy the flight. Thank you for your patience and have a great, great day.
Pre-boarding announcements aren't normally met with cheers, but today they are, as passengers boarding United Flight 1215 from Newark to Sarasota, Florida, learn they're flying with an all-female crew. Pilots, flight attendants, and gate agents.
You are in exceptional hands with this crew.
The captain, Gabrielle Harding.
I love everything about flying. It gives me the flexibility to be a mother,
as well as to be able to travel to different places. I love every aspect of the job.
Captain Harding is also the only black woman flying a commercial airline who has graduated from an HBCU pilot program, as well as one of 2 black women out of more than 2,000 at United that are line check pilots, a prestigious instructor role. Her trainee today, First Officer Julia Ewolefo. This is her first flight as a pilot for United.
For the girls and the future generation, just knowing that it's possible for us, and just to be inspired and knowing that anything you want to do, just put your mind to it.
Sleepy passengers perked up at the news.
I guess some of the big changes that I have gone through this past year are probably small to people, most people, but for me it was huge. And that's just being able to walk without a walker, or be pushed in a wheelchair, and no oxygen. I don't even sleep with it at night anymore. And it was like being able to fit in a regular vehicle front seat or in a seat, and then the belt buckle, and not have to use an extender now. So just what seems minor to some people is like giant for me.
Most of that wasn't hard for me. I can do normal stuff like y'all can. It's just going to a store, like to a Walmart or something, I can't pick anything off the rack. I have to make sure they have 3, 4, 5X clothes. Where now I can just go pick whatever pretty much I want.
By us putting our stories out there, we're helping others.
James, you're you're the GOAT. You're one of those people that really care about, and you've made the PC experience so good for all of us, for myself. Everyone here can testify to how good you are. And you told us a while ago that you wanted to see your family in Nigeria, that you haven't seen in a long time. So we came together, 4th Floor Ray started it, and we spread the word. We started GoFundMe because we take care of our own. That's what we do at PC. As long as I've been here, they've done that for me, done that for each other. So now we're doing it for you, part of the family. So our gift to you is a trip to Nigeria. So So we have a card for you, and we also have a little gift inside.
I hope all the young people, Asian Americans, will come here and put their shoe on mine. And remember what that means. That I came here on this day, on my 95th birthday, because I struggled over 70 years here in my city, Hollywood. This is my town.
Nailed it. Next. Thank God she did not pull up in a pink Barbie moment. This is just what we needed. Something different, something fresh. It's gorgeous. God, she's never looked better. I don't know, I think it's a miss. Ariana, she had no business just dropping that album, showing up, and stealing everyone's thunder. Because this is major. Very nice. He looks good. Maybe he does deserve the Oscar. The neckline really bothers me. And they didn't even nominate her. She said, I'm gonna slay either way. She really saved the best for last. I am seriously crowning her best dressed of award season. I think she deserves it. She is killing it lately. Beautiful. I love the silhouette so much. He looks so good. I hope he wins. The proportions are really weird. Who is this? I'm asking for a friend. Okay, it works. They're so hot. Oh my God. I can't look at this. I love his style so much. It doesn't blow me away, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. She looks good. I like the blazer. Ugh, I have a headache. Too much going on. Stunning. I love this dress. He looks good. It's kind of like a bad version of Charlize's. Wow. Really good. Well done, sir. You know, it's not my favorite look from her. It's not bad. She's just done so much better. Oh my God, stunning. Absolutely not. It's not fitted well at all. She looks great. I want to be as happy as her.
The Oscars just finished, so here's a quick recap of all the big winners. We knew exactly what was going to happen. Oppenheimer had 13 nominations and ended up taking 7, including some of the biggest awards of the night. Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy finally have their name in the history books. They are a tour de force and they took home Best Director and Best Leading Actor. Were we shocked with this one? Not really. RDJ was always a legend, but now he is an Oscar winner, taking home the win for Best Supporting Actor. At this point, we can't talk about Oppenheimer without mentioning Barbie. Ryan Gosling delivered one of the best performances we've ever seen at the Oscars with I'm Just Ken, but unfortunately for the Barbie crew who expected to win multiple awards, they only took home one, which was Best Original Song, which just made Billie Eilish into an all-time great. She is the youngest person ever to take home 2 Oscars. Not only that, she won the Triple Crown, which is winning 3/4 of the EGOT twice. My favorite movie of last year was The Holdovers, and I expected a little bit more love, but I am super excited that Divine Joy Randolph actually won the award for Best Supporting Actress. One of the biggest moments of the night, at least for me, was seeing Godzilla finally get immortalized as an Oscar winner for its win for visual effects. For a lot of people online, the second biggest controversy of the night was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse losing to The Boy and the Heron for Best Animated Feature, which I think is a bit ridiculous, because Hayao Miyazaki is a genius, and what he delivered in The Boy and the Heron was nothing short of a masterpiece. I will echo Chris Miller's response: if you're going to lose, might as well lose to the GOAT of animation, Hayao Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli. This one was a toss-up, everybody has a different opinion, but honestly, this wasn't even the biggest surprise of the night. Why? Well, Poor Things is the dark horse that keeps on giving. It won 3 of the biggest categories of the night in costume design, production design, makeup and hairstyling, and it gave us the biggest shock of the entire evening. They gave Best Leading Actress to Emma Stone for Poor Things instead of Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Everybody was shook, and I understand why. Lily Gladstone gave an all-time great performance. I think Emma's performance was worthy of the Oscar, but I genuinely think the moment should have been for Lily. Both of them had great performances, at least in my opinion.
Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te. Adesso sì, vivrò con te.
I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent. See if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
10 wonderful films were nominated, but only one will take the award for Best Picture. And I have to go to the envelope for that, and I will. Here it comes. And my eyes see Oppenheimer. Yes. Yes, Emma Thomas, Charles Roman. What happened?
Yeah, look at that. It's so beautiful. Look at everybody. Yeah, very nice. Well, Arnold and I are presenting tonight together for a very obvious reason.
We both tried to kill Batman.
Yeah. Well, we both tried. I as the Penguin in Batman Returns.
And I was Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin.
How did Batman beat you?
Oh, he used my one weakness against me.
Heat?
Love.
Oh. He threw me out a window. Yeah, really? Yeah, he's really...
Batman, that son of a bitch.
Where is he?
Yeah.
He's here.
I hate him.
There he is.
I hate...
He's right here. He's right here. Look.
You have a lot of nerve to show your face.
Oh, yeah,
around
you
here.
got, you know.
Son of a bitch.
You are a real beak breaker. I'm gonna see you after the governor's ball.
You better believe it.
Pal. All right, and here in Romney.
For so long, I've always wanted to be different. And now I realize I just need to be myself. And I thank you. I thank you for seeing me.